which compound has a strong and broad IR absorption centered around 3400? All right, so our hints here are strong and broad along with 3400. Let's check out our chart even before we look at our mechanism, or excuse me, before we look at our molecules to decide what this is. So always broad, alcohol, around 3300. That sounds pretty good. Amine, amide, NH, they may be broad, sharp, or broad with spikes. So maybe it could be this, but probably not. Alkyne, always sharp, usually strong. So sharp means on our IR that it's going to look something like this, whereas broad is going to look something like this. And then our broad with spikes will be like that. So this is what it looks like. We don't really need to know that as much for this problem. All right, let's go ahead and look at our 1-butanol. This is already promising because it has an alcohol. Butanol is going to be like this. I'm not going to draw in our hydrogens because we all know they're there, so we don't need to worry about them. So that's our first one. The alcohol checks out. It's going to be strong, broad, and at 3400. So this is our correct answer. But I'm going to go through the rest of these just for a little bit better understanding. So octane, that's just 8 carbons all in a row, and it's really not going to give much of a signal, okay? It's just going to be a alkane, which is just below 3300. So that one will not be correct. Diethyl ether. Now, this one, I'm not going to draw the hydrogens either, but it's going to look something like this, okay? So what this is going to imply is that we have a carbon and oxygen bond, which here, ethers, esters, and alcohols also show stretching between 1000 and 1200. That is nowhere near our 3400 mark, so this is also going to be incorrect. Now let's move on to 2-hexene. So hexene is going to have 6 carbons, but in between 2 and 3, we're going to have a triple bond. So it's going to look something like this. And as we can see, our triple bonds are going to be at around 22, just below 2200. So that's definitely lower than 3400, and it's going to be incorrect. Our benzene ring is going to look something like this. And